Will Mario Kart World receive DLC? That is the question that is on many people's minds because right now, the game is already priced at $80, and honestly, I don't think it would go very well if Nintendo had announced DLC in the Nintendo Direct that everyone seems to hate right now. But I just kind of wanted to talk about what they could possibly add to Mario Kart World, before it's out. And the thing that is like stunning to me right out the gate is that we've got 30 courses. It looks like that seems to be the final number of how many tracks we will actually receive in Mario Kart World. So will we receive something like a booster course pass? I don't know. One thing that I also I noticed a lot was the fact that we don't really have a lot of Rainbow Roads. We're gonna have one guaranteed. Once you beat the main, I think you have to get first place in every Grand Prix, you will get access to some sort of Rainbow Road, which I'm not entirely sure how that is going to work, because you've got this system where every track is connected on the hub world. Are you gonna have to expand that if you make DLC, or are you just gonna make like a whole new map? Is it gonna be like, I hate to say Fortnite, but is it gonna kind of look like Fortnite in a way where it's got like its own, it alternates maps or whatever, not alternates, but it has multiple maps and whatnot. Like, it seems very hard to see DLC coming out, but if we did get DLC, it would be hard pressed for me to see a lack of Rainbow Road. I feel like we're gonna get some Rainbow Roads there. I don't know why I threw that red shell. I feel like we're gonna get Rainbow Roads. A lot of other tracks too. We're missing a lot from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. The DLC, we had 96 tracks. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has 3 times as many tracks as World, barring any last-minute surprises that Nintendo will give us on June 5th, because currently the time of recording is May 7th, 2025, so the game isn't out. We only know so much, so we're kind of grasping at straws here. But if Mario Kart World received DLC, I also feel like we should be getting some more battle modes as well, on top of more tracks, because right now, we literally just have coin runners and balloon battle. That's it. That is all we ended up getting for the battle mode, and it works, but I do believe that we need more. Honestly, I feel like if they're gonna do some DLC, they gotta add a little bit more to the package that we have already. In terms of cost, I couldn't see it being higher than $20, based on what every other freaking DLC is right now. I think the booster course pass for the entire thing was like $26 Canadian. Not sure what that converts to USD, but I know for a fact that it would probably hover around that $20 mark. So would Nintendo kind of just do booster course pass, maybe throw in a few more characters and whatnot? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like Nintendo needs to add more characters. They certainly need to get rid of that god-awful selection screen. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. Have you guys seen the screenshots or like the Nintendo treehouse of them trying to find the characters that they're looking for? Like, every costume has its own slot. That doesn't make any sense. I genuinely still do not understand why Nintendo has done that rather than the nice, clean, organized Mario Kart 8 Deluxe selection screen. Like, it just, I don't know. I also wonder if we're gonna get Mii's. I don't think we are. I gotta be real, I don't think we are gonna get Mii's, and that could also be added through DLC. But I almost wonder if Nintendo's going to do sort of like a Smash Brothers with the Mii costumes sort of deal, where if you want to get, maybe not necessarily characters, but different costumes and whatnot, if they really wanted to go that way, maybe you could sell each costume at like $1 a pop. Let's say Christmas comes around and you've got freaking Mario Kart Tour type stuff where you're buying the character for like $1 and whatnot. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, people are very upset about the prices, so I don't think it would be received very well. But in retrospect, that could honestly be kind of dope. If they aren't planning on just making all of the costumes available in the base game, that would be pretty cool as well. Either way, but I'm just floating around ideas what they could do with DLC in Mario Kart World, because I would be it really depends how it sells as well. This bundle, I mean, the majority of, GameStops had, or just stores in general, had more of the Mario Kart bundle rather than the actual, just the normal bundle for Switch 2. So I'm assuming that Nintendo, given that they've also made it like a limited launch, are just kind of testing the waters to see how many people prefer to get Mario Kart World with their console rather than going the extra mile and buying like the $40 extra physical edition or $30 USD. I don't know. I usually do prices in Canadian because that's where I live, but it's really contingent on Nintendo determining if doing DLC would be catastrophic, because right now no one is happy with what Nintendo's doing. Like, they're selling that welcome tour for $10. No one's gonna receive DLC in a good way at this current time. It's just not gonna happen. Nintendo could hope and pray they're not gonna get it. So, my biggest hope is that they would add more tracks. Certainly, they would also hopefully add some different costumes and whatnot, maybe for free like they did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. People are definitely going to point towards Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and how they added characters for free, and even some Mii amiibo costumes. We also haven't seen if the amiibos are going to be compatible. At least I don't think we have. I don't know. I don't remember too much from that direct. It was genuinely like the biggest nothing burger imaginable. I feel like they could have done way more with it too. But there are definitely there's some red flags with the current offerings in Mario Kart World. There's a lot that I feel is missing, and Nintendo could definitely capitalize on there's hype, but there's also a lot of disdain towards like prices and all of that. And again, adding more to it would probably not be in their best interest, but at the same time, they could add lots more. And I wonder what it would take for Nintendo to actually implement more tracks, because you got to look at it again, different maps. They've got one big map. It almost looks like Fortnite, dude. I'm not gonna lie. If I had a screenshot of it, I'd put it on here, but it almost looks like a freaking Fortnite map, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Mario Kart World's gonna have a battle pass. Ooh, the battle pass. Can you imagine that they implement the same thing they did with Tour, where the only way to get new characters is if you pay like some sort of like in-game currency? That's like the nightmare scenario. I think that would probably kill the entire game. Oh my gosh. It would kill the console, bro. I don't know. But, yeah, we're gonna get Mario Kart World on launch. We're gonna hopefully see some more games after that. Bonanza's a month and a half after Mario Kart World releases. Then we're gonna have like a bunch of, hopefully, more games. Hopefully they're gonna announce some stuff in June. I'm hoping for a Nintendo Direct. It'll be like the third one in 3 months or so. That's kind of wild to me, but Nintendo definitely needs to sell people more. And in that Direct, could possibly see some Mario Kart World DLC. So the likelihood of us getting some Mario Kart World DLC is very, very small, given the fact that the game's coming out and it's already receiving so much negative feedback and backlash from Nintendo fans. I believe that we will get DLC if and only if the game is extremely good and there's like extremely good reviews. People are, I don't know why that didn't stay behind me, but we will only receive DLC if the negative feedback towards the prices and whatnot are overshadowed by the quality of Mario Kart World. Because I don't think anyone's denying that Mario Kart World is it looks amazing. It's gonna be a great game. It's just, how are people gonna receive it? Honestly, how are people going to receive an $80 Mario Kart game in any capacity? And people are gonna be like, yo, we're spending even more on DLC? I don't know. Definitely not now, but who knows? Who knows? But definitely we're gonna, tracks would be in the topic of conversation. We would also receive probably more characters. I do honestly think they would go the Smash Brothers line, where, given how many costumes are in the game, it would be pretty cool to see Nintendo kind of do that $1 per costume thing, like they did with Smash Brothers. but I almost feel like the prices are not going to be $1, given how, oh, the tariffs, the inflation, like, yes, the inflation on $1 costumes is immense. We need to charge $5 per character. Nintendo, actually, just charge $100 for every character, or else it's just not going to be worth anybody's time, right? It's not going to be worth your time because you don't want people. You got to charge for your stuff, right? Nintendo, your freaking welcome tour and whatever. But yeah, honestly, I think that's where we're headed with Nintendo and all of that. I feel like we will get DLC at some point, but depending on how the launch goes and all of that will kind of determine and dictate when that DLC comes out, because Mario Kart World is too big to... just Mario Kart's too big to not have DLC at this point, especially with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe receiving DLC like 5 years after it came out. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.